After this, what multiplies to give me 6 and adds to give me 5?
3 and 2.
3 and 2, so it's b plus 3, b plus 2. What are the solutions? Negative 3, negative 2. Solve by using square roots. When you solve for square roots, you have to get the x squared by itself first. Do not take the square root first. You take the square root last. So I'm going to add 121. And 64x squared equals 121. Square root? No. Divide by 64. But we're not actually going to divide by 64. We're just going to write down 121 over 64. Now I take the square root of both sides, and I get 11 over 8. But I forgot something. Plus or minus 11 over 8. Okay, next one. What I'm doing here is you are taking the negative 8. You have to half it and square it. That's what goes on the end. So it's x minus squared. I take half of 8. That gives me 4. 4 squared is 16. Positive 16. Good job. Shout out to Bryce. Okay, now, this time I get to do the solution, and I get to do this however I want. What's your best way? Factoring. Multiply to give me negative 5, add to give me 4. So, x. Do you agree the signs are going to be different? Which one do you want to go with the positive? 5 goes with the positive, 4 goes with the negative, but when I do the solutions, sorry, 1, and negative 5, positive 1. Okay, 16. Which one is correct?
B.
When you move the 100 to the other side, it becomes negative. So A is not right, B is right, and you should write right here, you should write down that you have to subtract 100 from each side.
I wrote down A because it asks which one is incorrect.
Bad teacher. You're right. Which one is incorrect? A. I circled the wrong one. Thank you. A is the correct incorrect answer. There's just something wrong with that. All right. Now when it says number of solutions, you should think discriminant. And the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to ask you on the test, what is the discriminant? And you're going to go b squared. So that's going to be 9 minus 4 times 3 times negative 3, which is 9 minus, let's see, that's negative 9, negative 36. 4 times 3 is 12 times 3, negative 36. Change your signs. What is the discriminant? 45. So how many solutions should I get? 2. If it's positive, you get 2 solutions. If it's negative 45, no solutions. If the 45 was a 0, you get 1. Okay, now, no, you have to get to 19. You have to find the solutions, show work, or you don't get credit. I have to take the negative 80 and do what? Add 80 to the other side. X squared equals 80. Take the square root, and using your calculator that you have right now, you need to take the square root, and you should get 2 different answers. Now, A and B are, I know those are wrong by looking. It's got to be C, and it can't be D, so C. Next one, we have to use the quadratic formula. For the quadratic formula, I need A, B, and C. I always put those in a little box. It just helps me. X equals negative. No, 5. Negative 5 plus or minus the square root. B squared is 25 minus 4 times 3 times 1 all over 2 times 3. 6. Okay, so that's negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 25, take away 12. 13 over 6. Now using my calculator, and I don't have one, I would have to take the square root of 13, add it to -5, divide by 6, take the next square. Yep, so you're going to have to figure that one out. If you take the plus square root of 13, it gives you -0.23. And if you do the minus square root of 13, it gives you -1.43 approximate.